Huh? That was his dagger. Why? Why did she do that?
A rising flame was alight as the flow of time carved a new history for Fodlan. The long reign of the Adrestian Empire finally met its end when the imperial capital, the city of Enbar, collapsed. After 5.5 years of war, a new age was set to begin. With Fodlan united as the Holy Kingdom of Fargus, Archbishop Rhea, still weak from her imprisonment, stepped down from her position. The Church of Seiros began to take the needed steps to reorganize. Prince Dimitri formally ascended the throne, beginning his reign as the king of the Holy Kingdom of Fargus, which now included former Alliance and Imperial territories. Texts from the time claimed that the one who guided the king as he sought to create a world free from oppression became the new Archbishop of the Church of Seiros.
Come now, my friend. You must stop staying up so late. Tomorrow is yet another early morning. Then again, I know that matters little. You cannot sleep, can you? Neither can I, of course. I want you to know I am sorry for making you do so much when your battle wounds aren't even completely healed yet.
You know what? Actually, what is about your wound? The dagger that she stabbed you with.
Do not worry about me. My shoulder has healed nicely. I still have some numbness in my hand, but it should not hinder me too much. It is a lovely night, is it not? How many years has it been since I was kept awake by hopes for the future, rather than by nightmares of the past?
Nightmares?
I have had the same nightmare for 9 long years. A nightmare in which I am constantly tormented by those who have died. They ask me why I have not avenged them, why I got to live, yet they had to die. No matter how many corpses I piled up for them, in the end, their voices only grew louder. Voices loathing me, calling out to me. Their inescapable death cries ringing in my ears, clinging to my soul. Even now, I can always hear them. I am certain I will be hearing them until the day I die. But I will not cover my ears. I will go on living, and their voices will serve as a warning. As a king, and as a wretch who claimed countless lives. I will build a kingdom where the people can live in peace. I am sure she would laugh and call such talk foolish. But I wish to change this world in my own way.
That's the right way to approach
Your
it.
Grace, things will be busy from now on. Our first order of business is tomorrow's coronation. Once a professor and student, now an archbishop and a king. How very far we have come.
True. But we're still the same, right?
That is true. To me, you will always be the one who guided me so kindly. My ally through all. My beloved... Yes, my beloved.
Dimitri, are you finally going to confess your feelings? Huh? Are you?
Listen, there is something I wish to give you before the coronation. Give me your hand.
Oh! It fits my hair and my eyes.
Please, I beg of you, say something. If you do not wish to accept it, please, just tell me. If so, I will face the truth and walk away.
It's not that at all.
What is this?
Well, it's obviously a ring, right? Actually, I think you kind of beat me to it. Maybe I wanted to confess first, since I was the one who decided to marry you. Right? Huh? Are you
Yes,
surprised?
I see. Right. In that case, let us exchange them, shall we?
Mm-hmm.
Your hands. Now that I hold them within my own, I see how small and fragile they are. These hands that have saved me countless times.
What is such a beautiful picture.
Thank you, my beloved.
Such a beautiful picture.
Your kind, warm hands. May they cling to my own forevermore.
So, are we at the end? Do the credits roll? The credits roll! Battle data from all battles I fought so far. Is it also the very first one? Skirmish at Dawn, 5 turns, Dimitri, Rivalry of the Houses, Dimitri, Red Canyon, Ash. Let's see how many MVPs we have. So far I saw a lot of Dimitris, a few Ashes, and me. Sylvain was one as well. Same goes to Felix. But Dimitri and myself show up quite a lot, right? Let's see, Ash, you're on the 3rd spot so far. Then myself again. Then Ingrid, alright, Ingrid. During the end of the game, she became incredibly good. Then we have another Ash and Dimitri, another Ingrid. See, slowly she's working her way up. Now another Dimitri. Oh, is that the time when he already was a paladin? Great how fast they grow. Then we still have Ash on his normal archer attire. Felix is also approaching as the assassin. Ah, Ash is the Wyvern rider. Perfect. Perfect. And there I am. There's my dragon. The perfect moment. The best moment so far. But really, most of the time it was me, Dimitri, Ash, or Ingrid who did the most part of the mission and got the MVP title. I must say, this game was tough. Really tough. Sometimes I was very afraid that I might actually use a unit, and during the end of the game I had to use my Divine Pulse quite a lot. Especially during the beginning phase of the battle. Afterwards it got a bit easier. I must say, it got easier. But it was still tough, especially the end game against Edelgard. Since there's only a small area I can attack from, and her attack range is gigantic. So unless I have a higher void, I didn't really want to stick close to her. The only good point is that she didn't really try to run away and use her giant range. So I had my ways to go around that. Oh, Shamir. Shortly after the war, Shamir gave up her mercenary life and disappeared. Though she was never heard from again, rumors swirled persistently for years of a master archer turning thief. Oh no! She became a rebel. No! And Catherine, what do you want to do? When Rhea resigned her position of the Archbishop and left the church, Catherine follows. She devoted herself wholly to Rhea's protection, and the two live a life of quiet seclusion, though Thunderprince remained always by her side. Good. So basically, she followed Rhea to the end. Alois never fought a single battle. Once all the fighting had come to an end, Alois officially took up the position of the captain of the Knights of Zeros. In this capacity, he was much beloved, and the Knights became more unified than ever under his command. It is said that their accomplishment during the— oh my god, I'm too slow! Sedith, you never fought at all. Sedith remained at the monastery and worked to restore the authority of the Church of Ceros. Doing away with his old strictness, he adopted a tolerant stance towards all. His encouragement of belief to respect those of all faith. Good. No more discrimination then. Dorothy never fought at all. Oh god, I never used them. Dorothy returned to the opera. Thanks to her talent, the company enjoyed a resurrection popularity that lasted well beyond the end of her own career. Once she gave up her position as a songstress, she settled down a private life. Good! Bernie! Oh, even though I like her, I never let her fight a single battle. As soon as Bernadette inherits House Orlais from her father, she withdrew all political discourse and focused solely on the management of her own territory. Because of this and her punishment of spending long periods of time in hibernation— shoot! Ah! I can't stop it or slow it down. Unable to serve— oh, don't get dark on me. Unable to serve Rhea any longer, Cintril nearly left the church. He was pursued to stay, however, to assist to the building of the monastery. Good. So basically he stayed with us, huh? Oh! Manuela! You joined one battle. Great for you. Manuela left Garrick March to build her own academy in a small war-torn town. There she contributed heavily to rebuilding efforts for teaching future generations. So basically she stayed a professor and created her own academy. Flame disappeared soon after the war, and over time it was all but forgotten that she even existed. Many long years later, however, a young woman resurfaced in a completely transformed Fortnite. When she looked to the man who stood beside her, she wondered if it would be alright in this new era. God damn it! Henman! Though Fortnite has changed, Henman's goal remains unwavering to determine the working of the quest and to do away with the inequality caused by them. To that end, his research results in magical tools that could be used even without the aid of quests. Good. Hilda joined a few battles. After the war, Hilda sets politics aside and focuses on what she enjoys most: crafting fashionable accessoires. Her designs quickly achieved widespread popularity, so she became a designer. Marianne returns home to a hero's welcome. The people praise her talent and acknowledge her as a savior of Fortnite. Her adopted father groomed her as a successor, teaching her the power of words over weapons by the time she claimed her inheritance. Okay, Gilbert. Gilbert returned to Ferdinand and resumed his duty as the knight, faithfully serving King Dimitri for many years. When he finally retired, it is said he spent the rest of his day coaching the young prince in the art of combat. God. Lucintia returned home to help her parents restore their family land. Years later, when the end of their hard work was finally in sight, she relinquished House Ordella's claim to nobility and some territory and nearby lords, and she disappeared. Why? What? After the war, Annette and Mercedes lived separate lives. The former as a teacher at the school, and the other as a cleric at Garrick March. Though they lived apart, they exchanged letters so frequently and shared their life with one another in such details that it was a thought they were side by side. After many decades, they resigned their preceptive position and reunited at Garrick March. Oh, they're together! Ingrid declined to rule House Gabriel, choosing instead to serve House Belade as a knight. After achieving widespread renown, she formed an elite order of Pegasus Knights. Of course! As the Falcon Knight King of what? Did I create some strange pairs? After the war, Felix and Sylvain inherited their respective title as dukes and set to work together to restore the kingdom. Each led a busy life, but that only seems to enhanced their friendship over the years. Each became known for making surprise visits to instate the other, in order to deliver the later taunting and the friendly. Oh my god, I can't read all of that! The Dew and Ash? Though the innocence of the Dusker people was proven, prejudice against him still lingers in the kingdom capacity. For this reason, Ash refused his knighthood when it was offered to him, and chose instead to open an inn that specifically specifies in Dusker cuisine. The Dew began to frequently... Oh my god, screw this, I can't do this anymore. It's way too stressful to read all of this. But basically, they work together in an inn. Okay? My text. Paired with the end of the war, the joyous marriage of Ray, the newly appointed Archbishop, and Dimitri, the new king, gave the people of Fortland much to celebrate. The two were devoted to improve the life of the people and seek greater wisdom in order to reform the government of the church from inside out. As leader of church and everything else, even still when they enjoy long horse rides on a quiet evening, they are not as the world thought. Oh my. I can't do this! It's too quick! It's just too quick! I can't even read my own thing! Ah! Shoot! Screw this! Hate it! Ah! Do I need to click something? Because it's black. Now we got to the credits. Great. The whole time I thought that was already kind of the credits. Anyways. What I wanted to say was, I really enjoyed this game. I would have liked if they gave me a little bit more time to read the text. And I'm not so really sure how to pair them up completely, because I got some very weird pairs. You know, I wanted to make a pair out of Ingrid and Ash, and Bernie and Felix. And Sylvain was supposed to go together with somebody else. Somehow that didn't turn out the way I wanted it to be. But it's fine, since it gives us a little bit of a random fact in this. Maybe it was because I paired them up way too close to each other. And maybe I rallied too much with Mercedes at the end of the game. Anyways. It's nice to see that everyone has a happy life. We reclaim the kingdom. We reform the world from inside out. And it seems like everything is fine. I mean, the Dew has a better life. The Dusker people are free. Not sure if they don't want to revenge their demise from before. I mean, they were quite angry at Dimitri. But then again, now that everything is good, that rage should disappear over time. We didn't have a chance to talk to Rhea again, which is kind of sad. I really would have liked to talk to her some more. And I think I missed out on a very special cutscene with Mercedes and the Dead Knight. Because near the end I was like wondering why there was no interaction at all. I mean, near the end when I was planning out everything, I checked out if I missed any paralogs, because there were no paralogs anymore. You know? There were no paralogs, and I wanted to see if I messed something up. And actually, I did mess something up. There was a paralog with Mercedes, which I never got. And that was the only reason why I never got the chance to do it, was because I didn't have Casper. If I had Casper, the paralog would have been unlocked. And if I did that paralog, it would have opened up another cutscene near the end when we fought against the Dead Knight. I'm not going to spoil what it is, but let's just say I missed a very beautiful scene between Mercedes and the Dead Knight. And I kinda hate it, because there was no clue whatsoever that I was supposed to get him. But then again, I should have just stick to my first plan when I started this game and just try to grab every single one of the students. But then later I thought about the fact that the students are harder to fight. So if I recruit everyone, I would have made the game even easier for myself. So I didn't really want to do that. You kinda notice I kinda like challenges. Even unfair challenges. I still like them. Especially when I come to the point of finally surpassing the challenge. You know, it's always a good feeling to get over a huge hill. And if I recruited all the students, then it would have kind of screwed over a few hard parts of the game, like the one in Grundle when Claude almost killed me. If I recruited Ignatz and Raphael and all the other units yet, then it would have become a little bit easier. And if I had Petra, I could have wrecked everything, but I didn't want to do that. And now that I think about it, I never killed Petra. That means I spared a student. I didn't kill all of them. Isn't that just nice? Huh? I'm not all that bad. And about the ending itself, I think it's kind of sad that Hildegard tried to stab Dimitri at the end. I mean, it's clear that she didn't want to change her path. She was rock solid on that. But I still don't get it why she would even try to do that. I mean, even if she tried to kill Dimitri, I was there. I would have finished her off. And even if that happened, I could just Divine Pulse back like the beginning and undo all of that. So it was completely pointless on her part to do that. Then again, maybe it was a symbol to cut him free from her. I mean, by doing this act, it kind of shows him that they aren't related anymore to each other, even though they are stepsisters, sister and brothers. Still, it's kind of sad. I really would have liked if she changed her mind, and we could have done a happy ending for everyone. I mean, Claude is happy wherever he is. He ran off and gave me his territory. The people are happy. Everything turned out well. Everyone is alive, at least from my side. Oh well. Now that I think about it, I don't really have anything else to say about it. I hope you guys had fun doing this Let's Play. And I hope you see you again during the next Let's Play. I'm not sure which game is going to follow afterwards, but be prepared. I always have an idea up my sleeve. So, how long are those credits? You know what? For the end of this, I'm just going to be quiet and let him run out. See you next time.